Amanda. I'm back with another Flosstube. This is episode number 7. Today is January 15th. It is Wednesday, and I can't believe that we're already halfway through the month of January already. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for everyone that's returning, and thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm so excited. It truly means a lot that you have taken some time out to spend with me today, or whenever you watch it. So I thank you so much for that. Today I'm mostly going to talk about my 2025 plans, and then I am going to show a little bit like what my plans are, what my goals are. I have a couple of finishes that I want to show. Nothing spectacular because last year was pretty dismal when it came to actually FFOing things, but so let's just jump in, and also going to talk about quilting as well at the end. So well, first off, my main goals for 2025 are, I know a lot of stitchers do, like last year, they did 24 stitches in the year 2024. I had tried to start that at the beginning of the year, and I completed quite a few. I was keeping my goal very small with, smaller stitches, less than 100 by 100. And I probably got about halfway, about 12 done. And then towards the end of the year, I lost momentum because I got into seasonal stitching, and that just kind of took my focus. So I didn't complete that goal, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. So this year I do want to try again. I want to do 25 stitches in 2025, but I'm going to keep it even smaller than I was going to try to do last year. I want to do ornaments. I have very few stitchy ornaments for my tree. In fact, I have 3. So, and I'll show you those here in a second. But I want more ornaments. So, I'm going to keep it small, keep it to, I was thinking for Christmas, I'm going to pick out different objects from stitches that I've already done, or stitches that I haven't done yet but want to, and just, stitch like a gingerbread man, or stitch, a Santa, and just try and keep it small. I also would like to have a Halloween tree someday. That's another goal too. I think it'd be fun to have a Halloween tree. So I don't have any Halloween ornaments. So I kind of thought along the same line of like just little objects, like a little bat and, a little pumpkin, but something that wouldn't take a large amount of time, something that I could do pretty quickly and finish pretty quickly. So I'm going to try again this year for 25 stitches in 2025. So check back with me at the end of the year and let's see what I've accomplished. Another big goal for myself this year is to have more FFOs. So FFOs are fully finished objects. So I completed a lot of stitching last year, but I only fully finished probably about a handful. So that is my goal this year, to get more of those finished, because right now I have a scrapbook tub. Just, I iron them up and I lay them in there, and I've kind of like forgotten about them, and every time I open it up I'm like, oh, I remember that and I want to see it out. So that's going to be a big goal this year, is to get some of those, or hopefully all of them, we'll see. More finishes so I can actually see the things that I've stitched. And then another goal that I have, I do enjoy quilting. I've been quilting since I think like middle school. And I have been like off and on through the years, but I've really enjoyed it more recently, and I have quite a few projects already that I've started. So I really want to get those completed also. So those are my big goals for 2025. I am going to use this year, many of you have probably know about this. It's the Book of Days. It's a planner, a stitchy planner, crafter, you know, primarily for stitching, but you can use it for any kind of crafting. And I'm just taking it month by month. So like, and it's not fancy. It's not colored. I don't have any stickers or anything yet. Eventually I might, but sometimes I feel like it distracts me and, you know, from other things that I want to get done. Watching Stitching with the Housewives, Priscilla on there was talking about how she has like a different, you know, every day she stitches something like a theme. So like Mondays would be Christmas, Tuesdays, you know, would be autumn, Wednesday, you know, and that way like you're stitching, you know, seasons more throughout the year. And that way, you know, it helped her get more things done. And I thought that was a neat idea and something I'm going to try, because I do like to, I do like to stitch in the season a lot, but I also feel like I'm not getting a lot of those completed because I only have a short amount of time to stitch them. So I'm going to try it out for this month. I kind of made my own, guide, I guess. And I wrote it down. Did I write it down in here? Yeah. So on Mondays, I'm calling it Merry Mondays. So Mondays are going to be my time where I stitch Christmas stuff. And I can pick whatever I want, you know, any of my whips, or I could start something new if I wanted. And then Tuesdays, I'm calling it Tulip Tuesdays because thinking of like spring, Easter, that kind of thing. I don't have a whole lot of that. I'll probably throw in like Valentine's stuff with that as well. Wednesday, I'm calling it Whatever Wednesday. And that's going to kind of be just whatever I feel like doing. It doesn't even have to be stitching. It could be working on one of my quilts, or working on felt projects, or paper crafting, or anything that I feel like doing. I'm just going to leave that open. On Thursday, I'm calling it my Maker's Choice, which is kind of like Whatever Wednesday, but that'll be, you know, pretty much a free-for-all day as well. Fridays, I'm going to do Fearful Fridays because I do have Christmas and Halloween are my two most whips, like the seasons with the most whips. So I really needed like a day dedicated to those. So I'm going to do Halloween and fall related stitching. Saturday is going to be Sewing Saturday, so I can work on my quilts and, you know, other sewing projects. And then I'm just going to keep stitching Sunday, and that'll, you know, be a day where I stitch as well. So, and I can, and like I said, I'm just pulling whatever whip I have going, or, you know, if I want to start something new. The other thing that I was going to do with my calendar is specific days, like the 14th is Valentine's Day. Well, not the 14th of January, but, you know, February 14th is Valentine's Day, but 14th is Valentine's Day. So on the 14th of every month, I'm going to stitch Valentine's. On the 25th of every month, I'm going to stitch Christmas. 31st, you know, if there's 31st, I'll do Halloween. I'll probably end up doing 30 for Halloween on the days that, or the months that don't have a 31 days in them. I decided like the 22nd of the month, I'm going to do my mermaid terrarium because it's my daughter's birthday and that's her stitch. And my son, his birthday is the 17th. of December, but on the 17th of the month, I'm going to stitch his project. My older daughter, her birthday's August 19th. So on the 19th, I have her stitch that I'm working on. I have my birthday one on here, my anniversary one, and then I thought that way I can make sure I get those things done, because I really do want to complete those in the year before the next, birthday or anniversary comes up. And I feel like a lot of times those just get pushed down, because there's new things to stitch, or, you're in the season stitching. So that's what I'm going to try. And so far, halfway through the month, I've been pretty successful. My original plan for the first of the year was to start Winter Moon by Plum Street, but I didn't have all of the floss. So I switched gears and I decided to stitch The Needle Worker's Oath by Teresa Kogut. And I think I posted it on my Instagram, but I've had this one, I think it came out in market last year, and I have been wanting to stitch it ever since. So I'm started this January 1st, and I'm calling this my blessing stitch for January. So in the stitching world, and I just learned about this recently, but they're mini stitchers pick a blessing sampler, and it's a sampler that blesses them, their needle for the entire year, like so that you'll have a good crafty, good stitchy year. And the goal is to get that sampler done in the month of January. I don't have a lot of samplers, and this is one that I really wanted to stitch, so I'm just calling it my blessing stitch for the month, and my goal is to get it done in the month of January. And I've really been enjoying stitching it, so on some of my days, I've tweaked it, and that's okay to change it. And that's why I wrote in pencil so that I could erase. But here is what I have so far, and sorry I have not ironed it. I'm stitching it on 40 count cream and sugar by Fiber on a Whim, using all the called for floss. They're mostly DMC. So last night when I started stitching, I was cooking along on this skirt, because it's one color right here. It's two-colored skirt, but this one color I was working on. So I was stitching line, and then I looked at my picture and I was like, there's a pocket on this dress. And I had stitched, just kept going down. So last night I actually had to frog these two right here, and I still have to frog more because the pocket, there's not room for the pocket. And I really like the pocket. I thought about not stitching it and just going, leaving it as it is, but I really like how the pocket breaks up the pattern of the skirt. So I am gonna frog the rest of it and then put that pocket in. But I've really been enjoying this stitch, and stitching one strand of floss over 2 squares. And I don't think I'm going to have any problem getting it done this month, because I've really been enjoying it and almost monogamously stitching on it. So, but yeah, that's my plan or my goals for the year, my plan for the calendar. And I'm just going to, at the end of the month, I will write out the next month and kind of see, things I want to focus on, things I want to accomplish. And so, yep, that's what I'm going to do. Back to ornaments. So I don't have a whole lot of stitching ornaments. Like I said, I have 3. First 2 ornaments I stitched back in 2020, which was the year I got back into stitching, because as everybody remembers, we were home a lot more during that time. But this one I stitched for my oldest daughter. She is 16 now, and she is very into, and well, she still is into electronic dance music, EDM music, and DJing. And so this is Alan Walker symbol. He's a DJ from Norway, I believe. And I enjoy many of his songs, but she's a big fan of his. And so I, took his emblem, his logo, and printed it out on a sheet of, just printer paper, and then kind of created my own, pixelated it so that I could turn it into a cross stitch. So I did that for her, and then I just finished it, in a little hoop, put some felt on the back, and I put, the year on the side. And yeah, that was hers for that year. And then for my son, he loves cats. He loves cheetahs primarily, but really any type of cat. And I decided to stitch this. And this was just a picture that I found online. And the same thing with that, the Alan Walker one. I just kind of turned it into like a pixelated image so that I could because pixelated images are squares, which is perfect, for translating into cross stitch, which, are squares as well. So I kind of did the same thing and just made this for him and, finished it the same way with felt on the back and put his name and the year on it. But those were the first two stitchy ornaments that I did. And then the last one I have was this. I believe it's Very Merry by Hands On Design. I stitched this last year and this is actually one of the handful of ones that I did get fully finished. And I pretty much copied what she had. I think I got it as a kit, actually, this finishing piece. This is from Chantal 141 Design. And yeah, I really liked the picture, and I wanted to kind of keep it the same. So I'm really happy with this finish. The back isn't finished. I just wrote the year. I was to the point where I was like, I didn't want to think too much about it because I wanted to get it done and get it on the tree this year. So, and then I put one of my little tree hangers on, and yeah. So I need more stitchy ornaments. I was also going to show, I did make some other ornaments this year that weren't stitching. I really enjoy felt crafting as well. And I have quite a few kits from Pasta Design that I haven't really used. So I decided to dive in and, pull them out and use some this year. So I made a stitchy ornament, or a felt ornament for each one of my kids. So my oldest daughter, I used the, this is one of the ornament kits that she came out with. I can't even remember what year it was. Not even sure if they're still available, but there's so many other dyes that you can use to cut felt with. But she loves green, so I chose 2 shades of green, and I put her initial on the back. And then I have a little charm with her with the year on it. So that was hers. And then my son, he loves, like I said, cheetahs and yellow. So I tried to make his look like a cheetah. I put his initial on the back, and then he has, the year as well. My youngest is all into princesses and pink. So I made hers pink and sparkly, of course, and her initial on the back with the year. And then we recently lost our cat, our Yogurt, so I made one for him just to remember. And I made his blue, and I put a little heart there. And Y for yogurt in the year. And then usually I'll either buy our family ornament or I'll make one. And this year I decided to make it. So one of the other kits that Pashta Design has was a gingerbread kit. And so I made a little gingerbread house with the heart in the center, and I put some sequins and seed beans on it. And then on the back, it has our initial in 2024. So that was our family ornament for the year. So I did some ornaments. They just weren't all stitching ornaments. So I'm going to try and do more of that this year. All right. I did want to show a couple of Valentine stitches that I have finished, and the ones that I'm going to work first on my FFO. In fact, on my calendar, my book of days, I made the 16th is FFO something. So I'm going to pick one of these things and I'm going to fully finish it. And then hopefully on my next video, I can show you. I'll have to attach the pattern. I'll just link it, I think, right here. I think this is the side. That way, because I forgot to pull the pattern, I still have them. But this first one is Be Mine. It's from Primrose Cottage Stitches. And she has a series of these little houses. And there's one, you know, for Valentine's Day. There's like a Christmas house and a Halloween house. And I'd like to stitch all of them. This is the only one I've done so far. But I stitched this one up last year and I just need to fully finish it. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to finish it. But yeah, this might be the first one that I work on. I did stitch this on, I believe this is 28 count light taupe with the called 4 DMC 2 strands of floss over 2. So that would make a really cute little ornament if you had like a Valentine tree, but I got to work on getting the other trees done first before I even think about a Valentine tree. This was another one that I did last year. This was the Valentine Quaker, I believe, from Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is the only monochromatic piece that I've ever stitched, and it was so much fun to stitch. It's on 40 count blush Lugana, I believe. 1 strand of floss over 1 square, or over 2 squares. And I think I'm going to finish this as a little pillow like they finished. So yeah, that one's very pretty. And I would like to do more of the Quakers because she has quite a few of those as well. And then, oh, you can tell I like Primrose Cottage because here's another one. But I did this one last year. And actually, let me show you so this finishing piece is from Chantal's 141. And I don't believe she has this one in stock anymore. I got this one a couple of years ago. But I stitched this Valentine, I think it was 9-patch series. Primrose Cottage, she has one for every month. And I've stitched most of them. But I wanted this piece to, you know, keep in my living room and then swap out each month. But I'm not exactly happy with the finish. So I think what I'm going to do, and I, you know, put it on just a mat board and double-sided, and then I put a magnet in between here, and then there's a magnet on the back of the board so that, you know, this will stay here, and then I can swap it out. But I think what I'm going to do is UFO this, so unfinish it and turn this into a little pillow. And then I have something else planned for this that I'll talk about later because I haven't even started it or, you know, kitted it or anything like that. So, but I did finish that last year, and I'm going to turn this one into a little pillow because this is February. And then I did these little 9 patch. Oops, sorry for that little thread. But these are, you know, quick little stitches to do. And I'm gonna just turn them all into little pillows for my dough bowl. So those are some, you know, finished stitches that I need to fully finish, and those are the ones that I'm going to focus on first. I talked about my my blessing piece, and the only thing that I have left is to talk about quilting. So I started a quilt last February. This was a free pattern from Fat Quarter Shop. It's love chains, and it's just a bunch of, you know, hearts. There's 2 different sizes of hearts. And I thought this was a pretty pattern, and it's pretty, and it's very easy to follow. And I had the, I should have grabbed one of the blocks. Hold on. This Love Chains quilt, I'm using the collection Lighthearted by Camille Ross Kelly. And I think I have all of the larger hearts blocks made. So I'll show you. Here's one. I'll just show you a couple. And because this is such a pretty collection. So there's these larger hearts interspersed with the smaller hearts. But like I said, I think I have all of these ones done. And I would like to get that one at least pieced this year. If I could get it pieced by, you know, like the end of February, then I could get it quilted and it would be ready for next year. So that's my goal. It's a beautiful collection. This, the heart is what I'm going to use for the sashing and I believe the background, or the backing. I don't remember because I started this last February, and I can't remember if I picked anything for the binding, so I might have to look into that. The other thing that I'm going to finish, and this won't take me long, in fact, I've already cut out the fabric, but I was a member of this club last year. This is patterned by Riley Blake Designs. It was a monthly club that Fat Quarter Shop, other companies did it or had it available, but I got it through Fat Quarter Shop. And each month you would get a kit to make a door banner. This picture is kind of, it's folded, but it's a door banner. So you'd put, you know, like a dowel rod through here or whatever to hang it up on your door. I've completed 2 already, and I haven't done January's. In fact, I still have Christmas up, but I figured I'm not going to make January. I'm just going to go straight to February so I can get this done and hopefully up by the 1st of February so that it can be up for the entire month. And like I said, I've already cut out all the material, and because the kit comes with the pattern and it comes with the material, everything that you need except for the backing. But what I did is I just went to Joann's and I got just a white, you know, cotton solid that I could just use for the backing because no one sees it. And I've really enjoyed having them on the door, the 2 that I finished, because our front door, and I'll insert a picture of our Christmas one, the one that I sewed, because our door has windows, and so it just offers some privacy. So yeah, I've really been enjoying those, and they're really fun to make, and they're quick little projects so that, you know, I can get them done quickly and get them up. So Well, I think that was all that I had to share today. And I'm just so grateful that you're here. If you don't mind hitting that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And my goal is to be back in 2 weeks. So I'm every other Wednesday is what I'm aiming for. But I hope everybody is having a wonderful new year so far and staying warm, because I'm here in the Midwest and it's been very chilly. So just, yeah, hope everyone's doing well, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.